Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to another Monday Lift podcast. It's Anthony Truxtier, author of Trust Your Hustle, Life Forged by Fire. And as always, I have a cool little concept I want to talk to you guys about. And if you do not know, now you can know, I'm actually a former Duck alumni. So when I played college football, I played at the University of Oregon. And if you happen to be a person who likes to watch college football, you are aware that this year is the first college football playoffs. And in those playoffs, it happens to be the mighty Oregon Ducks playing against the Florida State Seminoles on January 1st, the Rose Bowl down in Southern California, sunny LA. So with that being said, I want to show a little love to my coach, former actually coach, obviously not my current coach. Former coach used to be the linebacker coach when I was there, who is now the defensive coordinator. And so I'm going to pull a little something from his book. One thing he used to tell us all the time. Now, when we were in college, my coach was, honestly, we hated him. Like, just knowing that he was in the building or in town sometimes made, like, my heart sink because he was just hard. And, you know, a lot of times he'd, like, have us make sure we did everything early. So, for example, if we had to have grades in or, you know, papers in by a Friday, as a whole team, ours were due by Wednesday. You know, if we had to be somewhere at a certain time, we were there an hour early. Like, he made us do all these things so much harder and worse to everybody else in my mind, right? So, you know, I hated him at the time. I'm not going to lie. Like, I didn't even like being around him at the time. It wasn't until I left and I went to the NFL and my first coach was John Gruden that I understood what my coach had been doing for so many years. You know, I went back, you know, years later, I've talked to him a couple times, and I always used to ask him and said, you know, why is it you were like that? Why is it that you did those things? He says, because at the end of the day, your moms and dads drop you off here. And when they drop you off, they're expecting me to raise you to be a man when you leave. Because you come here a boy, but you have to leave a man. You have to get a job and have a career. And, you know, you got to be grown. And so if I'm not giving you guys those tools, then I'm failing you as a coach and as a man trying to raise young men. And one of the big things he used to say all the time that we always used to, like, why are we doing this early? He says, it takes a little more to be a champion. And that was the big thing, is it takes a little more to be a champion. When you believe that you're doing everything you can, you believe you're pushing as hard as you can, you're doing all the work you can, it takes a little bit more than that to be the champion. It takes, because everybody's doing that work, whether it's wanting a certain career or, you know, wanting to be successful in sport or just life, right? Whatever you're trying to pursue, we're all pursuing something. And so at the end of the day, it takes a little bit more to be the champion. The champion's the one that wins it all. You know, the champion's the one that takes the cake. If you're going to take the cake over millions and millions of people who want the same thing you want, you got to do a little bit more. So today, my message is, think about the little things more you can do when you feel like you've got to the end of your rope and there's no more you can do. When you feel like you've taxed it all, do a little bit more, because everybody gets there. Everybody gets to that same place you're at that moment. Everybody gets to the same point where it's just too much. It's a little bit too hard. Everyone gets there. And if you can get to the point where you get there and you keep doing a little bit more, you'll supersede your competition. You'll become the champion. It takes that little bit more. It could be one more rep. It could be one more step. It could be one more article you have to write for work. It could be one more resume you got to hand out over somebody else. It could be one more small thing you do will take you to amazing heights. And I want you guys to leave with that today as you guys get started for the rest of the week. What area of your life are you pushing, thinking, man, I just can't get a break? Find that area of your life and do a little bit more. There's no guarantee that doing this hard work will turn into whatever you want it to. There's no guarantee, but I guarantee you that if you don't work towards something, you'll never achieve it. Because people do not just come and hand other people greatness. They're looking for it for themselves, just like you should be for yourself. So the rest of this week, have a beautiful week. And again, remember, you can always trust your hustle to live an unexpected life.